Welcome to the back office. I'm Dalayna Dillon, the founder and creative director of Signify Marketing, and this is where you sit in on real strategy. Each episode, we are going to step into an active business and have honest conversations about marketing, growth, leadership, and the decisions shaping what happens next. No one has it fully figured out, but we are building anyway. So today, we are sitting down with Zach and Maddie Morris, brother-sister owners of 3 Natives, Tulsa and Owasso, to unpack what's really happening behind the scenes of their growth. So Zach, Maddie, I'm really excited to have you both here, and I love getting to talk to people, even better when they're, young people that are actively building something, because it's not the norm. You're breaking the norm. So before we get into the business side of things, I'd love to start just with hearing a little bit about your story. So I know I heard a little bit that you both grew up, obviously both because they're brother sister, but your parents were also business owners, franchise owners, and I'm sure that shaped a lot about what y'all wanted to do maybe in the future. So what was that environment like growing up?
So growing up, we watched our parents work very, very hard. Our dad started the business himself, and probably for a couple of years there, we barely saw him. He was working on basically building the clothes, just trying to build the business stuff. And I think that really kind of sells, the hard work aspect of things for us.
I remember first being at birthday parties at Chuck's Chicken. That was the only time I could see my dad for his birthday. It was a lot. I mean, it definitely instilled a lot into us. How you need to react, how you need to stay disciplined every single day. There is no excuse.
So what were some of the moments growing up that you realized, like, owning and running a business is actually really hard?
There was a lot of days we watched our dad and our mom. Our mom does a lot of paperwork stuff, and she's in the store now and again. Pulled her out, and I don't know how many times I thought, like, wow, I don't know if my dad's gonna make it through this. It's a lot.
Yeah, I think even today, it's just having to compartmentalize almost. And once you do go home, like, you have to have, like, that boundary, or kind of, consume your life.
Yeah. It all bleeds over. And you're like, wait, what is life? Yeah. It's all together. So when did you all, maybe it's different for both of you, but when did you realize that you wanted to run a business, own a business?
So I never really did. This was very impulsive for me, so I'll let Zach take this first.
So you were the convincing, like, hey, we should do this.
Actually, no, she came to me.
Okay.
I was talking to my parents about, how can I get into a business. I was still in college at the time.
Okay.
And just, I knew Charlie's. It's like, hey, what if I opened the Charlie's in Edmond? What if I did this? And my dad had a little heart to heart with me. He's like, hey, when I got into Charlie's, it's not as expensive. You are 18 years old. You can't it's not possible right now. And then we ran into the owner of the Owasso 3 Natives, previous owner. And we sat down and talked for a while, and we just went back and forth. And ended up I was going to open one of these in this little store. We actually got to the location part before Maddie came up to me and was like, hey, let's go out to dinner. I really hate my job. I don't like being in a cubicle 9 to 5. It's just, there's no interaction. There's nothing. And, I don't know your side of it all. But.
So what were you doing before that you were like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore?
Yeah, I was in the corporate world. Okay. I went on my master's in IT world. And yeah, I was just kind of thinking at first when my parents mentioned Zach was doing this, I was like, no, there's no way I want to get into the industry. I saw you guys do this, all down. And then I kind of was thinking about day to day, do I really want to do corporate world, for 8 years. And then kind of started weighing out the pros and cons. Honestly, the pros of it all just, waiting it,
Yeah. So, okay, tell me, where were you? So he was 19, still in college. Where were you at?
So
You were going to you were getting your master's. Were you like in Tulsa?
yeah, I was working at community care.
Okay.
It's company. I was 24 at the time.
Okay.
And then with my master's.
So you hear what little brother's about to do, and you're like, okay, I might want to know this.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So looking back now, what are some of the things that you watched your parents do that you realize now were actually really important lessons for you in this venture?
I would say the discipline for sure that Zach mentioned. That is like you can't. That's like number one. Just getting in there every day, putting your best effort in. And then they eventually, when they expanded Charlie's, they really like built teams up and found the best people to the best positions and started to be able to trust them, and that allowed them.
Which is not easy to trust, to build to find them, and then to trust them and release them to do what you hired them to do.
Yes, for sure.
I think just watching the place continue to build was their way.
Yeah.
Those systems and places in everything and it starts growing.
Real fast, right? So you said you walked into Three Natives Owasso. Is that what put Three Natives on your radar, or had you heard about it before?
I hadn't heard about it before. I was back home getting my whiskey teeth out. My mom loved the juices. Not really her normal, so I was like, okay, let's go see this place. And I noticed they had Owasso. I had just gotten into Owasso in college. I had found some different places, and then I tried Three Natives Owasso, and I was like, wow, this is way different.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, you did fully go all in, so I mean that does speak something for the product.
It was more like you couldn't corner yourself. It's not a niche market where it's just all saying it's Chinese. We have a whole food menu. We have the juices. And the atmosphere was just different. I loved it. I walked in. They knew my mom's name. She'd been in 3 times, and asked what she was doing. Met me. And everybody's just friendly.
Yeah.
It's something different I've never seen before.
Yeah. And then you just heard of it through him, I guess. Did you at least start going to the location so you can be like, let me try this food out, make sure I like it?
Yes. The craziest part though, so I tried the juice. I think I tried juices and smoothies. I had not tried Owasso until I was training in it.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a little bit impulsive.
You were trusting his decision.
Yes.
Yes. That's good. So what made you confident that this was the right opportunity? Or did you just go and be like, hopefully this is the right decision?
I think it was almost like a family atmosphere. I mean, I met the owner of the Owasso store, and we sat down and talked probably about 2 to 3 hours. And he heard the 19-year-old out. And the next day the family flew out. We met for 2 or 3 hours again, and took a chance on a 19-year-old.
Wow.
I mean, I did that for my back home.
Yeah.
Because they changed my life. So.
Wow. So, just for context, there was at this time a Three Natives in Owasso, but as far as the Tulsa market, nothing.
It was, yeah.
Where was the next closest location besides Owasso?
It was back in Florida.
Okay, so there was none in Oklahoma.
Yes, just the
Owasso was the first one.
Yes.
So how many in Oklahoma are there now?
Just the 2.
Just 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I just assumed because it's a great product and everything. I just assumed that. Okay, so y'all are literally still on the cutting edge of bringing this to Oklahoma.
Yeah, whenever we opened the store, I think we were stored until 22. That was years ago.
Yeah.
And we're now at 60 locations. I think we're opening 60 locations in the next 12 months. It's spreading. So right before the little growth phase, and it's starting to spread everywhere.
Right. So this is totally probably not a highlight that you would try to talk about, but we gotta go back because right after y'all opened, or pretty soon after y'all opened, didn't you have a break-in?
Yeah.
Okay, I just saw this from a distance and I was like, what is going on? How far into being open was it? So it was right at the beginning, right?
Half a year in.
Oh, half a year. Okay. I felt like it was like the first few months, and I'm like, great. This is a great way to welcome them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. I came in because I was opening sometime. I was here at 6:30, 1:40 with my editor, and I walked up to the door and it just shattered. I was like, "Is this real?" I was like, "It doesn't seem real." So,
Yeah.
like yes, everything, but yeah,
We're a little interesting with having security set up in places. Just doing the best out of
Well,
it.
this is a safe area. I mean, there's other businesses.
Yeah, I didn't think I'll say it's the target, but you know.
They wanted their good, their healthy goodness. So they just break in and then just that's it, or
they took so we had a cash box on, so a little too trusting.
I'm a little too trusting.
Sitting on it under our point of sale system, so they took that and managed it.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
and you didn't really pay any attention.
I think they.
so.
It was a multiple robbery kind of thing.
Okay. So it's like around the area.
Yes.
I got subpoenaed before, and then something happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you didn't ask, you're forgetting about it. It's already gone.
It was a good opportunity to turn it into marketing, though. I mean, we first were like, all right, keep the news stations here. We're going.
Hey, that is a good idea. So is that kind of were you kind of thinking like that was a good? I don't know if it's PR, but yeah, getting the word out. It definitely put it on people's radar that it was here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way to explain that. It's something that
It wasn't just much, it was marketing, you know what I mean? We got everything kind of cleaned up with the glass swept up, and our DoorDash started going on. And I was telling that let's just close for today. I can't handle this. This is too much. And then we were getting order after order at 7 in the morning. Our goal was today. People were stepping over piles of glass, trying to get in. Like, hey, you still open? Like, I guess. I was just watching this like all unfold. It's like, I don't know if it was a sign or what, but the community just kind of gathered. It was cool to watch, you know, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We got some plexiglass put in place for the time and figured it out.
Okay, so you opened your first location, and what month was this? This was 3 years ago, like in the July. Okay, so perfect time of year for like juices and acai. And also, I might mention it's perfect location because you're right by a gym. So I'm assuming that's like a natural thing. People come on over after the gym, get their workout on, come over, get something to eat.
Yeah.
So are all of these things that made you make the decision to be here, like at this particular location? Because I'm assuming you had to scout out locations.
Actually, my dad was with me when I had pneumonia. I felt like crap when we were looking for locations. And I was kind of hanging on by a thread while he was pulling me around different spots. And again, nonstop. We found this one, and he's like, Zach, this is good. Zach, you know, it's not.
So he came here and was like, this is going to be good.
Yes, so it was actually his call.
Okay.
We came down to like 3 different locations, and he's like, this is the one, this is the one. We talked about what we were on Sunday First Community, I believe.
Okay.
It's that corner where, it changes different ownerships, like once every 3 months, and he's like, you're not going to survive.
Yeah.
And so he's like, hey, this is it. And so I was thinking, I think it's going to be enough room, it's tiny.
Yeah, I mean, it is small, but y'all maximize every part of it.
Yes.
I mean, for real.
We do.
Well, coming from the Owasso store, like training there, it's 300.
Oh, wow. So it's a lot bigger.
It's a lot bigger.
Okay.
So then coming in here at first, we were like, oh my gosh, we have to do this. But
Yeah.
we adjusted.
800 square foot box. And it's just, every time I walk in here, it's like, it's the start. It's the start. I love this place.
Yeah.
It just takes me back to the.
So what got you to the place where you're like, okay, we're ready to take on a second location?
So we've been working on a second location. I think it's been so long now, a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
We just haven't found anything that's right, or the right location, right timing. We've actually been working on entrepreneurial for, it's been 8 months probably.
So that's where you have your eyes on it.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what's coming up.
Yes.
You're eager.
But yeah, once Owasso became available, we're like, we have to. Like, we grew up in Owasso. We know the people out there. We trained out here. Whenever we were running the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the right thing, I think.
So y'all took ownership from the previous owner, but it was where you started. It's where you were introduced to Three Natives.
Right.
So that's really cool.
Yes.
So what was that transition like? Because it's a huge difference between running one store and running two, which it helps if there's two of you.
Yeah.
So that helps.
I think we're both exhausted.
Still. But is that not the life, right?
Yes. The transition was hectic for sure. We had like a month to get everything in order, and because it was spread and open, and
So the whole thing was very fast. Like the whole transition was about how long?
yeah.
Well, so the family that originally owned it went back to Florida in June. So they shut down, and then by October 1st, yeah,
Wow.
we were told that it was ours, and then, a month later we were working, so.
It was hectic. We spent a lot of the time here. The person was up there cleaning. We drew together a group, our students guys, and
So you had to rapidly hire
yes.
for people that had never done the business, or did you put them right in here?
We trained them here.
Okay, so that was helpful. You could put them right in here
Yes.
to transition over.
We still have what were our original strategy. I think too.
Wow,
Kind of unbelievable.
it looks unbelievable.
But yeah, and we threw together a team, and I didn't we've done this before, and it was
So different.
we had the wrong mindset.
Yeah.
Going into it.
I think whenever we first opened Coastal, we were looking at those things. We were like, okay, we're diving that person this, and then once we kind of got a team going, we're like, oh, we really don't have to be here as much.
Yeah.
We relax a little bit, and then getting into Owasso, we're like, our mindset is still there, and it should have been, hey, we're doing this from the ground up again.
So basically, you needed to go back to like how you were when you started here. It's just like it's gonna be 7 days nonstop.
Yeah.
But has that time kind of gone on? Like, are you still in that, or are you kind of moved beyond that? We're like, okay, you don't have to be here 7 days.
Yeah. So we each get 1 day off a week
Yeah.
for the most part, unless there's like gators or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gotten a little bit easier for sure.
It's
Still building.
yeah. Sometimes too, like you're having your day off, and you're check on text numbers, and you're, oh my gosh, you're getting hit. So that's why.
Oh,
and
then
I'm
they're
like,
like, we're going down. We gotta
I'm
go.
guilty. I'm guilty. I'm like, oh my gosh, So usually on my day off, it's help. So
Yeah.
and I'm really eager to support them, but the amount of time they spend in Boston, it's like, it's like giving one child more attention than the other.
Right.
So.
Well, with it being a bigger, like, square footage space, is it a higher capacity space, or is it about the same?
It's about the same as customer wise. We do all of our shooting in Michigan, and you also store in right here.
So a lot of prep goes on.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then it's a bigger part of it's a bigger part of the operation.
Yeah.
But pretty equal on as far as like the volume of orders and customers you have going out. Yeah. So what was the biggest growing pain once you opened the second location? It's like, this is really hard right now, but it's it's a growing pain, so that's good because we're growing, but what was the biggest thing?
I think just learning to trust our people on both sides first, and then holding them accountable at the same time.
Yeah.
I think Zach and I are a little bit too nice sometimes. We're leaning it, and through the past 3 years, we've had to learn over and over again. We have to. That's our mindset.
Yeah.
Make the tough decisions, have the hard conversations sometimes, and we really do have a great staff, but he is how it is.
Yeah.
A little too Gen Z of course,
Well, that's a good dynamic. It does, because a lot of people, are talking through, okay, what does it look like to have Gen Z employees these days, right? So a lot of times it's, millennials are up that are leading the Gen Z, and it's different. There's a generational gap there. There's differences of, thought process and what is overwhelming, what's not, all that good stuff. But I'm sure it's a little different when it's a Gen Z leading other Gen Zs. I mean, what does that look like? Or do you feel like you don't identify as Gen Z?
At this point, I mean, they talk about things before that I don't get more. I'm 22.
Zach's getting his first dose of feeling old.
It's crazy.
But you're not.
I'm not. I'm just not with the times, I guess. So I got too much going on to be with the times. But yeah, it's definitely weird sometimes.
I think it's hard to find people that are a little bit older, a little more like career focused. I mean, this career, just because we are younger, so it's kind of weird. I mean, like if we could hire someone older, how that works.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, probably it's not like people ask how old are you when you're in the interview. So like they probably think you're older than you are.
Yeah.
Just because of that level of leadership that you were in. So they just kind of assume. So I kind of know the answer to this a little bit, but did y'all's roles change whenever you went to a second location, like as far as what you were doing and mainly focused on?
I wouldn't say they really changed. I think we just really have to be kind of what what we were doing. Because initially we were kind of just doing whatever needed to be done, but like I really took over like payroll scheduling. Zach was going to go over like the operations ordering, making sure everything's like good and stored. And I think that's helped us a lot. Is that things.
Yeah. So you try not to. I mean, obviously anyone can step in where it's needed, but you kind of do have your lanes. So you're more of also scheduling, hiring, payroll, employee interaction, training.
For the most part, yeah. Zach will do the hiring.
Oh, he does hiring. Okay.
And then,
Okay.
I'll do the computer stuff.
Maddie loves like talking to people, but once it's bad, instead you need to get around here at least. I'm like, oh no, she's done with the day.
When we first opened here, sometimes it was literally just us doing it all day. And I was like, Zach, I can't do this. You take the orders, I'll make the food, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Your grades are faster than anything else.
That's okay, as long as you know that, and then you get put where your best strengths are. That's good. That is good. Okay, so a little bit, maybe a question. What has been the hardest lesson each of you have learned in business so far?
I would say, honestly, it's like, I guess, standing what you want or what you need. Whether that be from people, honestly, customers too. Like, you want to provide the best customer service you can, but there's a limit to it. Just not to be right. Things like that. Yeah, that's something that you get about.
Did you think you would be asked so much?
No. Having to say no, I guess that's, it's hard. Especially, I think we're both really, like, not passive, but really, friendly to people. That's
kind of been the hardest part, too. I mean, the whole world of asking for innovation, and like, me, Maddie, I think we're both kind of the same thing. We want to help people. But there was almost a time, probably about a year ago, where we were kind of putting ourselves underneath so much stuff. It's like, okay, we gotta step back, make a budget. It's just, again, naive young people trying to start something.
Yeah, it's like it's not wrong to spend money in that area, but you need to know how much. Makes sense. So how do you make that decision now of like, what do you go off what's aligned, or what helps you make that decision now? Just strictly budget?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, honestly, first come, first serve. So
is it a monthly thing?
Mm-hmm.
See, I think people need to hear this. Because I think so many people do exactly what you do. They're like, well, I mean, we can. So, and then they can even lose track of, like, how much are we actually giving out?
Right. That's where we got.
It can happen so easily.
And then we're like, we got our company statements every month, our bank account every month.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So, every business has a moment where something just didn't work. You're like, okay, tried it, hated it, not happy. So what's the biggest flaw or mistake that y'all made so far?
I would say probably trusting.
Trusting our people.
Yes, and it was more or less maybe like a selfish trust, like hey, like I want to get out of here for a second. Thank you. Uh, rather than like, and then like we were talking about their dad, hey, there is no dates. We just trusting the wrong people and having our baby put in a bad position.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's mine. I don't know. Nice.
Yeah. I would probably say the same thing. We got to a point there for a minute. We're like, you guys got this. We'll be fine. And then we're like, oh, things are not going well.
Yeah.
Then, should adjust and realize that, especially training wise, I think we come a long way with training too at first. Like, I don't think that first staff knew what they were doing, but yeah.
Well, I think training too, it sounds so simple, like, okay, ABC, but like I think especially in this kind of a business, like you want quality control. You want to know that people are getting the same product every single time they come. Like if they come and order their favorite smoothie, you want it to taste the same. Yeah. You want the texture to be the same. Like there's that quality control, and it's really just attention to detail that is hard to teach. It's hard to teach someone attention to detail.
Yeah, and especially like since we've been doing this for so long, we're like, you just do this, you're good,
and you're good. Yeah,
but someone that's under that smooth work, you have to kind of like watch them for a couple of days, pictures.
Yeah. So next to that biggest mistake or flop, what has been the one thing that you have like you can think back and be like, that was a big win. That was like a proud moment. I'm glad we did that. What can you think of?
Well, I would say this past Saturday, actually, we had an event that we went to, and it was our biggest catering yet.
It was.
So that was really nice.
So you took a bunch of catered, like, pre-done off-site.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we sent 2 of our employees to an event. It was like powerlifting.
Okay.
Something. They sold acai bowls, handed out juice samples. And then Zach and I, between the 2 stores, did 18, it's like 126 wraps, per church. So that was awesome. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of stress, and getting everything ready, but
yeah.
So, catering, I think, am I wrong? Are you killing it in catering?
Honestly, it's been really good.
I would say, yeah, this store especially, it's just got a lot of spots in it. I make drug wraps, both catering teachers as well. It's cool, just this little spot is so long in the community now. I remember, there were days in the beginning, looking at the floor and we had $500 for the day, and I'm like, where's everybody? And just kind of getting our name out there, making a relationship, with all the catering. Well, I mean, someone will text me now and they're like, hey, I need 3 platters tomorrow. Is that okay? Okay.
Got it. Wow.
So.
Well, it is unique. I don't know if it's everywhere, but like for here, there's not a lot of options like this. So I think the catering, you guys have fit such a good spot for the local, like meat. Healthy catering options are not easy to come by.
Healthy options in general too.
Yeah. So at this stage of your business, what are you most proud of? 2 locations, got a good team, catering, you're killing it. What are you most proud of at this stage?
I would say our team here, and then the regulars too. We really developed a really good relationship with a lot of them. And that's really cool because they know us, they know our story, they know what's going on in our lives, they know what's going on in theirs.
They know our team.
Yeah.
They know all about it.
Yeah. So it's been really cool just to like make those relationships that I never thought that I would have.
Yeah.
I think it's probably like something.
Yeah.
It's completely different. I noticed that in this also about we kind of replicate it whereas I was interviewing yesterday just trying to work with the team and I didn't pull the front because I'm Zach's here. I'm like, hey guys,
he's back.
So it was cool, just kind of get the attention of a lot of the regulars and I love it.
Yeah. So before we close, I always ask this. What's one thing you don't have fully figured out yet, but you're choosing to build through it anyway?
I think our management could get better. every day, honestly. I don't think we could ever be perfect at it. And that's definitely something we're learning to day in and day out. Handle situations. There's no situation is the same. Honestly, yeah. You get hit with something, you're like, that's brand new. Yeah. Never thought about that before, but yeah.
The one that too. I think it's the one that felt. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell everyone, where can they find you online? Where can they show up and support you? I know we're in your South Tulsa location, but tell everyone where they can find you online and in person.
Yeah, so we are at Natives Tulsa and Natives Owasso on Instagram and Facebook. And then 101st Street Tulsa and all of 116
Awesome. Okay, so that is it for this session of the back office. If this conversation gave you clarity, a new angle, or even just the reminder that you're not the only one navigating this, then it did its job. Take what's useful, apply it, move on it, because no one has it fully figured out. Or we're building anyway. And if you found this valuable, share it with another operator who is currently building. And you can always hang out with us in between episodes on social media at Signify Marketing Social. I'm Dalayna Dillon, and we will meet you again next time.